support. I think we've all been out working on the trail and we realize there's just a massive amount to do, and it'll be helpful to maybe think through all the opportunities that are out there, and we can, as a group, choose some to focus on and plan for, and raise money for, and use our labor and tap into all of the great volunteer groups that are out there in the community to bring them in and make them part of and take ownership in the trail, which I think is ultimately how the trail will be successful, is for this to be a really community-oriented project. And it already is, with Jerry's leadership, Chris's leadership, and Lori's leadership.
Okay. Hi, I'm Lori Exman. I live 3 blocks away. This is Darcy. And I guess I was one of the early proponents of setting this group up, so yeah, I'm so excited to be part of it.
I'm Chris. I'm Nancy's son.
We don't know which one's the smart one.
I'm Drew, this is Stephanie, and this is Tucker, and we're been pretty actively involved in the trail. We're involved in the Friends group, and actually live on the trail. So we're looking forward to seeing it develop in a way that is a good opportunity for the community.
Chris with, well, I'm labor, first off, and also with Ivy Ridge Trail, which is on the other side, the same right of way. Some of you I know, and you've always been very nice, and Chris has been involved in kind of getting us started, coming over for the occasional cleanup, so I hope we can become favor in 2009.
This is one of the big visions of this. The trail that we know now will go up to the Manayunk Bridge and then wind down to Belmont Avenue. But really what we'd like to see happen is to take it over the bridge, and then once it gets over the bridge, there's the Ivy Ridge Trail. It actually goes all the way out to Ivy Ridge Station. And so Chris lives right over there, and they've been doing wonderful things. I mean, theirs was a little bit more messy than ours. There's a lot more just dumping, and they've gone out and really organized in their own way. So it's a real sister complementary group that's doing their own thing.
Hopefully we'll work with Chris on the volunteers to capitalize on the enthusiasm that everybody has right now to get everybody involved and expand it. Cross-border experience and stuff like that. Really get the community involved.
I'm Jay Bryan. I'm with Nancy and Chris. I'm with the Friends of the Trail, and cyclists. Very excited about bringing a great resource to the community here.
I'm Richard Lynn. I live in the neighborhood right over here, and I'm looking to be involved in the Friends of the Trail.
I'm Jay Goldberg.
I'm Al Vitiello. I didn't know that there was a meeting of the Friends of the Cynwyd Trail this morning. I only found out because I've been stalking Jerry Francis for the last 2 days. I'm the neighborhood nuisance, but I'm happy that I stumbled onto this meeting. I actually happen to be a scout leader in Lower Merion. I'm a unit commissioner, and I have the responsibility of a number of Boy Scout troops and Cub Scout packs. And for the last 8 months, I've pretty much been coordinating the volunteers from Boy Scouts, Boy Scout parents, Boy Scout leaders, and the Boy Scouts themselves to work on the trail. In fact, our Boy Scout troop here in Ballackinwood, the oldest Boy Scout troop in America, Troop Balla 1, has adopted a portion of the Cynwyd Trail. So,
I'm Lee Rudy. I thought you guys were playing hacky sack. So
We could do that too.
I live up the street, and Lori mentioned this to me, and I think I must have been drinking, and it seemed like a good thing to get involved in.
Great. So we can kind of
Who are you?
just before we go, I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of an overview. I look at volunteer projects as a way to extend what the township itself can do to make this trail. The trail itself is going to take many years to develop. It's going to take millions of dollars. But there's a lot that can be done ahead of time to help offset municipal costs, but at the same time, build community. You actually get to touch it. The trail has changed a lot in the last year since we started on this. The garden across the way, that wasn't there. That was lawn and weeds and a complete mess. That was put in by volunteers. That was put in over several months and maintained by volunteers. And that's just a start. Those perennials will all grow in, they're all going to fill out. The garden over here, not the one immediately here, but on the other side of the path, that was also put in by volunteers. That was ripping up a lot of sod, putting down a lot of compost, watering it, and it looks great. And it's seasonal, it looks absolutely fantastic. We have a lot to do. The projects we'll focus on, I believe, the next 12 to 18 months are just defining the trail. It's an old rail bed. stuff has been dumped here like you can't believe. It's overgrown. It's overrun with invasives from happening knotweed to Boston ivy. We need to clear that away just to see the spaces. Because the space itself is really great, and that's what we've been really focusing on. We'll show everybody as we go along, finding the old walls, some of this industrial archaeology that Jerry referred to that's there. We want to uncover that, and that's a good volunteer project. I have it broken down to lots of different areas. I'll start to highlight that to everyone. Then as we start to move forward, we're also going to get into a phase of enhancing the trail, which are expanding a lot of these planting beds. There's a lot of planting that can be done. Volunteers are great at planting trees, shrubs, perennials, and bulbs. I think a lot of us have a vision for this trail of just not having grass on the side, but waves and waves of ornamental grasses, black-eyed Susans, cone flowers, and wonderful plants and berries that can be fostering birds and other sorts of wildlife to really make a wonderful experience. So right here, to get started, you can see we have a train station, we have a park, one of the most unused public spaces in the township. When we go through the design process, we're going to say,
go run through the park.
How can we incorporate this space into the trail? It's always been a barrier, and you'll see the barrier that was along here of just trees and shrubs that just separated it. And there's one guy, I think, who comes and walks his dog. Anytime I'm down there, one guy, so it's kind of his park. It'd be nice if this could be a space that really linked to the trail. And how can we start to do that? The lawns could be fixed up. We came in here already and did a cleanup of some of the privet hedges that still need a lot more work. There's a lot of invasives and weeds that are along the side. These are all great volunteer projects.